finally spring. Everywhere is full of green colors. Spring and summer are my favorite seasons in Germany. They are also the most comfortable and beautiful times to experience Berlin.
Guten Morgen.
There is no denying it. The sunlight falls on the cherry blossoms. They truly looks like a painting. It often feels like as if I'm walking through the fairy tale. Although it's not like this every day, I do my best to capture the beauty of this city. I love riding my bike through Berlin Mitte in the early calm morning, passing by the Brandenburg Tor, a symbol of European peace. This 18th century neoclassical monument stands proud. The small garden on Palissadplatz is filled with blooming May tulips, which instantly lifts my spirit. I follow Unten der Linde all the way to Französische Straße, where the Französische Dome looks magnificent, framed by green leaves and the sunlight. Turning a corner, I arrive at the Kate Eis by Norzeg's luxury shopping mall. Its interior design is also classically elegant. June is the most romantic rose season in Europe. As you walk down the street, you can see roses in full bloom everywhere. The pink roses climbing along the fences always bring a feeling of happiness. In front of the Reichstag, there is already a large green lawn.
Hi, good morning everyone. So right now it's summertime. Finally I can experience the summer in Berlin, not the winter. Actually, I've been to a lot of places. I try to feel something very interesting in Berlin. Actually, I live in Berlin and I finally have the time to share with you. It's summertime. Right now the weather is really nice. I really enjoy the vibes here. And I'm going to a burger restaurant this evening with a friend. I'm not sure if the burger restaurant is still nice or not. I went there a couple years ago. It was really delicious. See you later. Cheers, ciao ciao.
Here is a quick share of my outfit today. Behind me is the Charité, Universität Medizin Berlin, founded in 1710. It's the largest university teaching hospital in Europe and one of Germany's oldest and most renowned medical schools. Peter Pan is a well-known burger chain in Germany. Every time I go, I have to order their beef burger and sweet potato fries. I absolutely love it. I really love the rectangular glass facade design of Berlin Central Station. Rebuilt and completed in 2006, its vast mirror-like surfaces give it a futuristic feel. This is also one of the largest and most modern train stations in Europe. Compared to other historical landmarks nearby, it feels like a parallel universe within Berlin.
The weather is super nice. There's not two people around here. This is my outfit. Very simple.
Every time the weather cleans up, whether I'm walking, jogging, or cycling in this area, seeing the boats on the Spree River always fills my day with energy. On summer evenings, the restaurants and the bars start playing electronic music, and you can feel the party vibe just staying on the bridge. By the way, Berlin is the techno capital of the world. I also really like the nearby Futurion, the Museum of the Future. Its architecture echoes that of Berlin Central Station, and the museum is free to enter. It presents visions of what our world might look like in the future. It's pretty fascinating.
don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And welcome to subscribe my channel. See you next time. Ciao.
Sharing my summer dress look today. I love how Mita blends classical and modern elements. The clean and quiet mornings here made me want to wake up early on weekends to soak in fresh energy. I know many people think of Berlin as full of graffiti, with an acid vibe that a bit messy and rough around the edges. But each neighborhood has its own character and beauty. I simply love the comfortable feeling Mita gives me. When spring and summer begin, you will see lots of interesting things happening on the streets here, like groups of people pedaling beer bikes or folks driving tiny American hot rods around. I know these are super touristy things to do, but I would like to try them one day when I have the time. July is lavender season. You can see clusters of purple blooms at flower shops and along the streets. This is a Schloss Bellu I often pass by, and the roundabout with the Siegersäule. Whenever the weather is nice, I head over to Tiergarten, and seeing the boats slowly drifting along the Spree River always fills me with a sense of peace and freedom. Hi everyone! Now I'm taking a sunbath. What I love most about summer in Germany is sunbathing. The sun isn't harsh on the skin and it feels really comfortable. Under the bright sunshine, Hackischer Markt, with its blue skies, white clouds, and flowers all around, is truly a stunning sight. I wandered into the alleys to Hackischer Höfe complex, where restaurants and cafes are tucked away. This is probably the Berlin many people want to see, the slightly run-down vibes full of graffiti art. Nearby on Münzerstraße, there is a cafe called Olive. Its exterior is decorated with romantic seasonal roses, and the cuisine you made me love has caught my eye for a long time. I ordered baked eggs with bacon, a plain croissant, and a glass of freshly squeezed orange juice. Inside of the Aussie cafe in the morning, they were playing electronic music too. I really like the nearby Rosenthaler Straße, full of artistic vibes. The St. Oberholz Cafe there is a place I visit often, but this time I want to share about the beloved and iconic East German era pedestrian traffic lights. The Ampelmännchen. The green light shows a little green man wearing a hat, and the red light shows a little red man wearing a hat. You can only see them in certain areas. Pretty fun, right? A few days ago, my old glasses got crushed. Nearby, there is a Korean eyewear shop called Yun. I ended up choosing these transparent frames. It only took 2 hours to get prescription glasses made. I absolutely love them. Prenzlauer is a famous neighborhood in Berlin, known for its cafe and creative bohemia vibe. The streets are full of second-hand markets and the charm of old buildings. I finally arrived at Kyo Grill Berlin, a Japanese-style barbecue. The girls started with the traditional German Prost. Oh my, the unique sauce on the grilled skewers and the white rice were absolutely delicious. It instantly felt like I was in Japan. Eating out in Europe is quite interesting. The dishes seem to pair best with some alcohol drinks. The Berlin Mauerpark Flea Market in Prenzlauer Berg is definitely a popular sunny hangout spot. I remember visiting it once before I even came to Berlin to study. You can really deduct all kinds of curious treasures here. I even bought a set of old black and white family photos from the grandma's era. After I went to the antique markets in Milan, I truly feel the refined, stylish vibes that Italy presents, which has since become my #1 favorite. Mauerpark is Berlin's famous Sunday market and a street performance hotspot, often filled with a free-spirit RC vibe in summer. Schöneberg is a district in Berlin known for its cultural diversity and the blend of fashion styles. The streets are lined with cafes, galleries, and unique little shops. It's really pleasant to ride a bike here in the afternoon. Heading west, you will reach the Charlottenburg Tor built in 1907. It's interesting how it echoes to the Brandenburg Tor. Potsdamer Platz is absolutely beautiful in spring and summer. It's also one of the routes I walk through most often. This area is lined with Germany's modern high-rise buildings. I've noticed that Berlin really loves using sleek glass facade in its designs. I saw tourists driving those tiny American hot rod cars again. I really want to join in and try it too. But the main reason I usually come here is to study at the Staatsbibliothek zu Berlin, working on assignments, preparing for exams, and writing graduate thesis. You might think going to the library sounds boring, but no, the State Library is absolutely stunning. The individual study desks are spacious and the chairs are really comfortable. During holidays or weekends, I often spend the entire day here. The staff at the locker area used to even recognize me.
U-Bahnhof Kurfürstendamm.
Final exams are over. I can finally go out with my good friend to shop and enjoy good food. We went to Cafe Set, just off Kurfürsten. We ordered blueberry and whiteberry cakes and cappuccinos, savoring a rare moment of leisure.
We're now in Kurfürsten and eating the dinner. So we're eating the schnitzel.
I took the Ulfilm subway line to Museum Insa station. Right outside the station is the Toy House, built between 1695 and 1706, the oldest building on Unter den Linden Boulevard. From there, I continued walking across the Palace Bridge. Ahead on the left is the Berliner Dom, built in 1905 in the Baroque style. And further in the distance, you can see the TV tower of Alexanderplatz. I didn't expect that clouds to suddenly fill the sky, with cold gusts of wind blowing through. Today I came to visit the Artus Museum, which was built between 1825 and 1830. Its exterior columns are modeled after the Parthenon in Athens. The works on display inside are all very ancient. I will just share a quick look at the main hall. The dome really resembles the Parthenon in Rome, and the surrounding sculptures remind me a bit of Vatican museums. After finishing the exhibition, the weather suddenly cooled down again. That is the Berlin weather. The large lawn right in front of the Artus Museum is the Lust Garden, the pleasure garden. On sunny days, it's really nice just to sit here and relax. With the blue sky and the white clouds as a backdrop, doesn't the Berlin Cathedral look beautiful? Taking a boat cruise along the Spree River from Friedrichstraße, you can also get a view of Museum Insa and the Berliner Dom. The boat first passes by the Bode Museum, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and then goes by the colonnade on the side of the Alte Nationalgalerie. This spot is actually the best side of the Berliner Dom. Sitting at a cafe across the river is also a nice option. Inside the arcade at Heiligengeist Kirchplatz, there are plenty of restaurants and cafes too. Hotel de Rome is one of Berlin's most luxurious 5-star hotels. Right in front of it is the Weberplatz, with the Humboldt University Law Faculty and the Old Library to the left, and the Staatsoper Unter den Linden to the right. Having lived in Berlin for so long, it's rare for me to enjoy such a touch of luxury. In the background stands St. Hedwig's Cathedral. Before graduation, I came here with friends to celebrate. We ordered my favorite Hugo cocktail at the rooftop bar. The sunset was absolutely beautiful. I'm so grateful for everything I have right now. In the evening, we went for German-style Korean barbecue. It's so delicious. Founded in 1810, the Museum für Naturkunde Berlin is the largest national history museum in Germany. In the main hall, the massive Brachiosaurus fossil on display is truly impressive. When I was a child, I also loved learning about the history and the evaluation of dinosaurs. This T-Rex is seriously terrifying. This historically significant stage of the East Side Gallery, which is about 1.3 kilometers long, is located in the Friedrichshain district in Eastern Berlin. My favorite mural here is Tesla Rest by Brigitte Kinder after the Cold War ended in 1990. It shows an Eastern German top-down car crashing through the Berlin Wall. This represents the unification of East and Western Germany and symbolizes the path toward peace in Europe. Brothers Kiss by Dmitry Rubel is another iconic work. Many people come here just to see this famous mural. The area itself hasn't changed much, though there are a few new and interesting murals now. Most of the iconic ones have been preserved, like East Side Hat by Thierry Noel. Its abstract, playful style and bold colors have become a trademark of the gallery. Sharing my ride back to the Berlin Mitte on the S-Bahn, the scenery along the way was like a painting. For me, Berlin is a cultural shock in the best way. It has luxurious classical French-style architecture and venues, yet it's also full of subcultural trendy street art. I think there is a good reason why so many people fall in love with this city. The crowds waiting at Central Station in summer are really something else. On this day, I went to explore Spandau, a suburban area on the eastern edge of Berlin. It feels like a traditional German fairy tale town. Berlin is really huge. Normally, I stay mostly around the Mitte district. If it weren't for the small dental clinic near my place, telling me they couldn't perform a wisdom tooth extraction, and then I will have to go to their Spandau branch instead, I probably won't have to come all the way out here. So I used this dental appointment as a chance to soak in this peaceful vibe of the traditional German residential area, and I'm actually really grateful for it. I really love the colorful traditional timber houses in Germany, but my studies and work kept me so busy that I haven't had the time to travel from north to south and explore all the beautiful small towns. The street signs in the old town still keep the traditional script, which is so charming. In metropolitan Berlin, you rarely see this side of Germany. And this gentleman is just so interesting.
Hello.
I passed by the Holsteiner Räucherkarte. There is always a long line of locals waiting for Berlin's most famous snack, the original currywurst. A big plate piled with sausage and fries, so satisfying. And guess what? The world's best gourmet beer shop, Bergerland, can apparently be found in Spandau here in Berlin. It really felt like a little day trip. I was so happy, even though my ratchet was swollen from getting my wisdom tooth out. I still went to an Indian restaurant with my friends afterward. Here is a quick look at the stunning light projections on the Brandenburg tour during the Berlin Festival of Light. Do you like it?
finished the group discussion and we are going to do the presentation in 2 weeks. So it's very important and I'm very excited. This semester I'm going to graduate.
Let me take you a quick tour around my campus. Many people ask me why I chose to study fashion marketing in Berlin, Germany. Why not London, Milan, or Paris instead? Milan is definitely an amazing place for vacation and shopping. I absolutely love Italy's colorful sense of style. But since I speak fluent German, coming to Germany for university was also a dream I had as a teenager. Berlin is Germany's most international city as well as its capital. Compared to other places, Germany is relatively safe and stable, making it more suitable for living long term. I decided to throw myself into a full German-speaking campus environment. Almost all of my classmates are German, and most of my friends are Europeans and Germans. Apart from keeping in touch with family and friends back in Taiwan, I rarely speak my native language Mandarin while in Berlin. But I did this on purpose to help myself adapt quickly. My professors and lecturers are all very kind. They even took us to excursions and to a variety of fashion events. We can even get tickets to attend Berlin Fashion Week shows. Every summer though, I have to prepare for different exams and internship interviews. It was really a huge challenge. Here is a little moment I captured of us all together on the last day of class. I love the wooden lounge chairs in this hidden corner. I will sit here reading materials for my thesis, smiling to myself and dreaming about my future plans. I'm proud that I finished my challenging German thesis on time, passed the review and my oral exam in German. If I really had to mention a downside, this nearly 15-minute commute really feels so long, especially during strikes or protests.
Steglitzer Damm, Halsige Straße.
And finally, the day of graduation arrived. I was more excited than anyone else.
Wir waren alle gemeinsam in Düsseldorf beim DMI Fashion Day. Wir waren alle gemeinsam bei der Berlin Fashion Week. Sie mussten sehr viele kreative Lösungen finden. Dankeschön.
Frau Won Ying Chen. Frau Anita Gajek.
Graduate. Finally. Wow, 3 years.
Danke auch an alle, die hier nicht im Video sind. Mein Studium in Berlin ist unvergesslich wegen euch. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. See you next time. Ciao, ciao.
So this is the checkout point Charlie, and this is an American born in a Cold War in 1970s. Oh, so cute! What's that? JJ Air card. Wow, that is so sweet.
This street was once the Berlin Wall, where you can read a lot about Cold War history. Checkout Point Charlie was the crossing point between Eastern and Western Berlin. There are even people dressed as soldiers for tourists to take pictures with. A house on Checkout Point Charlie, these souvenir shops offer fascinating items related to Eastern and Western Germany. That's why Berlin is such a unique city, combining modern and nostalgic cultures.